Hi, welcome to my channel. There's a lot of stories about children who have grown up in homes where they clearly knew there was a favorite one. And there are people who have been taken advantage of in like relationships and stuff. There are people who didn't know any better when it came to relationship. Maybe they came from backgrounds and places where they were now in a place where they didn't learn certain things, so they put them in a position where they had trusted somebody, like they thought they married maybe a good person, but when it came to divorce or the way they were treated really badly. And that is because, in part, it was because of how they were raised. They didn't have certain knowledge of certain things, whether it's like how to deal with relationships, whether they had some sort of trauma or maybe some legal stuff, because there's some people who have been taken advantage of during like the divorce proceedings, maybe because they didn't have the means to hire a very good lawyer, or the other person was just very deceptive and they had to lose a lot of things that they worked for because of this person that became something else after they married a person or during their relationship. They just didn't treat them right. There's a lot of people who have built with individuals who were there for them when they were not the person that they eventually grew to be, to have the things they eventually grew to have, who sacrificed with them, worked with them, and was there with them even when they didn't have anything. And when it got to the point where now life was more stable for them, they moved on with other people. It's like they had to watch everything they worked for being given to somebody else. Like if you were the person who was married to somebody who you started from the beginning with, and now when it came time to get the rewards of that labor, for you guys to finally enjoy everything that you have worked for, they have moved on, and somehow everything that you guys worked for ended up being with them, and they have taken that now and they're giving somebody else the life that you both dreamed of having, or the life that they had promised you. Watch the movie Acrimony with Taraji P. Henson. Hopefully I'm not saying her name wrong. That might add more to this message. I'm thinking of a situation where someone was done wrong, particularly something like a relationship in a marriage, where they lost a lot because they didn't know any better in terms of the legal procedure on how to get help, or because they just didn't expect it would go that far, and they have lost a lot, and they have put a lot of energy and sacrifice and work during the marriage or even before this relationship. It can be a relationship, a marriage, or a partnership, but something that you invested so much time and effort in, maybe to build with somebody, and it got to a point where something happened, you ended up being the one who lost a lot. And that really hurts you, of course, and it has affected you in many ways. And also there's the other part where it's like a child who just was not treated as the favorite, like was clearly made to know and feel like they were not the favorite in the house, with the parents, with either both or one of the parents. And then there's the one who didn't have either both parents or didn't have one of the parent, who was who felt abandoned because of the lack of the presence of the parental figures. And that feeling of betrayal and that feeling of being rejected, that feeling of being mistreated. However, people have chosen to treat you. That's not, however way they have decided to not treat you right, to not fulfill their roles, it has nothing to do with you. You have a parent. If you have a parent who has walked out on you or has treated you clearly as not the favorite, like you're less than, they are missing out on you. they have chosen to miss out on you, and that's not your loss, that's theirs. You know, you are probably a very kind soul, an incredible person who has a lot of love to give, even though you have lacked it because you didn't receive it from the people, or at least some of the people who's meant to give it to you. I want you to not blame yourself. Don't blame yourself for what others choose to do to you. It was their choice. It's their loss. And you are an amazing person. And you are going to continue to grow and evolve into the beautiful soul that you are. Focus on your own growth. Focus on healing yourself from what their actions have caused towards you. Any feelings of resentment, feelings of abandonment, all of those wounds that might have come because of their presence or lack of, I want you to heal that, because it's more important for you to take care of you and get better for yourself than it is to keep letting other people's actions or lack of keep affecting you negatively. Let the revenge be your growth. Keep shining your light, keep being you, keep getting better. You might get back some of these things, but it's going to be in a different form. If you lacked a parent, you might have a family of your own where you will be playing that role that you never had. Like, for example, you never had a father figure. Now you're going to be a dad, but you're going to be a dad that is healed, has grown, who's going to be the kind of father that you never had. And that's going to do something to your inner child. Your interaction with your child is going to do something to your inner child. It's going to bring you that healing. It could be something like to do with relationship. Now you're going to have a partner that's going to help heal that part of you that was broken because of past relationships. Never blame yourself for how others choose to act, even if they have done it towards you. But it is your responsibility to take care of you. Be careful of how you allow other people to affect you and what you choose to do with how they affect you. I don't want you to continue being hurt because of them.